As always, to find those travels as you can. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Goglings, Gogorifics, Gogletites, Gog peoples, Goggers, Goggles, Gog types, etc., etc. Welcome to episode 153 of Pen and Pixels. I am your host, Arvin Elleron. This is the show that we do every Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on GOG.com's Twitch channel, where we focus on story and narrative in games, and in particular, we're looking for the last few sessions and for the next few weeks to come, I imagine, on Thronebreaker. So I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, I am inclusive. What's up, Dizzy? Hello, Inquisitor. What's up, guys? Good to see everybody. I hope everyone is doing well and is looking forward to more Thronebreaker. Just a couple of quick notes here. First of all, the ways to support this channel. If you haven't done so already, please follow GOG.com. That is always a good thing. Please make sure to check out as well the subsystem here, because we have some awesome DRM-free emotes. In fact, you've just seen a couple of them from Dizzy right there. So you can get those emotes. I just resubbed myself, so I am now a year subscriber to this lovely channel. So you can check out GOG.com's Twitch channel by subbing to it as well, and please check us out individually too, because individually we have our own individual subsystems and Patreons and all that kind of good stuff, and all of that is possible if you're able to support us by subbing to the channel. So thank you so much for being a part of this. I love that you love that, Dizzy. It really cracks me up. But I am here. What's up, everybody? Good to see everyone. Welcome. And let's see. Where's my chat at? Where's my Twitch chat at? There it is. Good to see you all. I hope everyone is doing well. Looking forward to Thronebreaker. Now, a couple of quick notes I just want to make. One which is specifically relating to me, and then one which is relating overall to this. First of all, to me, I wanted to note to everybody that I'm going to be doing a voiceover stream. There's nobody following me today on GOG. So if you're interested, tonight I am going to be doing the Banner Saga 2 with my voiceover team, the incredibly talented our vocalists. So they will be with us on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Normally I don't stream this much in one day, but it just happened to be the way that schedule worked out. So please stop by for that at 9 p.m. I'll wrap up today at 7, and then on 2 hours, and then I'll be back at 9 p.m. on my channel for that. So please check that out. Banner Saga 2 is an awesome game. Friday, I'll be on my channel streaming the Esper Genesis, which is my space opera that is sponsored by Alligator Alley Entertainment. That is an awesome game, and I'm going to be streaming that live from PAX Unplugged, which is coming up in Philadelphia. I will be there with 2 of the players, and then 2 of the other players will be joining us remotely. I'll be there with the company that actually made the game in the first place, so you will definitely want to check us out over there. And I will also be making 2 announcements, one which is related to my own channel and one which is related to a project that I'm doing with Alligator Alley that may be of interest to those of you who happen to like role-play games. So if you like role-playing games and that sort of thing, you will want to be definitely here for that announcement. So that's Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then Saturday, we will be back on my channel with The Curse of Strahd as I continue my D&D session over there. So that's going to be a good time. As far as this channel is concerned, I'm going to be doing Thronebreaker. We are currently trying to find a date that will be suitable for everybody in December. December is never easy to schedule because of everyone traveling places and Christmas time and all that, and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all that kind of good stuff, and then the New Year. So December is always kind of an interesting experience in terms of scheduling, but we're going to do the best we can. I know that we'll have 3 out of the 4 GOG D&D people. I don't know yet about scheduling the 4th person, and so I don't want to announce yet when that date's going to be, but we are working very hard to find a date where all 4 of us can be here. It might not be on a Tuesday, so so we're going to do the best we can, but stay tuned to this bat time and this bat channel to find out information about that as we go along. That said, though, we are going to continue now with Thronebreaker, which we made some seriously good progress with, and I am looking forward to continuing it. So with no further ado, let us get over there and make it happen. Okay. Let's go full nerd. D&D stream at December 31st. Listen, a New Year's stream. Listen, you're not going to get an argument from me. I mean, I'm all about it. That's funny, though. I'm noticing, by the way, as I'm pulling up GOG Galaxy that I have this installed in, I want to throw out a recommendation for Expeditions Conquistador. This was given to me by one of my viewers, and I'm sorry to say that I don't remember who anymore because it was so long ago. And I finally, just on a whim, I wanted to actually give it a try and sort of see what it was like. And I kind of like it. I got to be honest. I kind of dig it. I didn't think I was going to as much as I have, but I actually have really enjoyed it. And so I wanted to mention that Expeditions Conquistador is pretty solid. I've heard that it gets worse in the second half. Like, I've really enjoyed the first half, which is where I'm exploring Hispaniola, but I've heard that Mexico has some problems. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if I would play through the whole thing the whole time either way, but I wanted to mention that I like that more than I thought it was going to. Expeditions Viking? Yeah. And I heard good things about that also.
Come on.
So, but yeah, good stuff. Did you play it on stream, Dizzy? Did you play it on stream and I just missed it? Yeah, and I know they did the game Clandestine, which is the game which is like that co-op spy game that I never tried, but heard good things about. You did a full... See, I didn't remember you doing a full series of Viking. But I liked it. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. So, okay, we are doing some serious good work. I think we've already opened up everything on the map, so we might be able to finish this map today, depending on how much else is sort of required from us. So, let's keep moving. It was more than a year ago. Oh, I don't know whether I would play... I don't know if I would ever play this on stream. That's a good question. I think I've got... You know, Dizzy, I got... Listen, after I finish this, I have to go back and do Pathfinder Kingmaker. And after I finish that, I have to go back and continue with Divinity Original Sin 2. So in fairness, I'm probably good through like 2023. I am not hurting for games to play, honestly, at the moment. So I don't know that I would play it on stream, but okay. What is going on down here? What's up?
One of them golden sons belongs on the side of my own ship.
What?
Nilf Guardians make for good prisoners, good slaves too.
Okay. Camp rules. 1. No pissing in the fire, no shitting next to the tents, no shouting at dawn. You break the rules, I break your legs. Lippy Goodman. Ah, Lippy. Yeah. Well, fortunately, I've gotten through Skyrim. I played Fallout New Vegas, but I never. I'm good. I don't feel like going back to New Vegas again. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I was playing around with the idea of sort of off stream, maybe playing that again. You know, maybe. We'll see. I've been playing a couple of games off stream here and there because I mean I do a lot of writing, obviously, and a lot of reading, and not to mention family time and grading. And sometimes there's times when I just want to kick back with the game and not necessarily be streaming it because it doesn't sort of fit the stream. It doesn't fit like what I would normally like to do on stream or whatever. So, let's see, so we got this up there. Okay, we're getting there. Let's go get this loot first. Card acquired. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Hoarder, obtain 10 trinkets. This card has been added to your army and can be found in the command tent. Wait, what? What is this card? Destroy the highest ally and play 2 allies from your graveyard. That's interesting, but I don't want to play that. But that's interesting. I could see certain decks where that would be useful. Alright, what's up over here? Your Majesty, Lippy Gudman's warriors have started a brawl at the tavern. They've broken pitchers, drained all the barrels of ale, even eaten the innkeep's cat. Their dancing and revelry is in celebration of their recent victory over a Nilfgaardian division, and they show no signs of slowing down. What are your orders? Seems they're itching for a fight. Send a few soldiers to bring them to order. And morale is high. Okay. How are we doing in terms of things that we could make, by the way? I think I'm looking for 2,500, because I think I have most of this stuff. Wait, did I build everything? I might have built everything. Yeah, I did build everything. Okay, so this is just cards we're looking at now. Just make sure that I'm not missing anything I shouldn't be. Boost to the lowest ally by the power of the highest ally. Right, that forcing 2 units to duel. I love the illustrations on these. Yeah, no, I think we're... Actually, wait a second. Yeah, I can only have 25 cards in that deck to begin with. All right, so I'm good. Yes, I saw that. I didn't want to update it while I was streaming, but I may do that afterwards, Inquisitor. They've got Flashpoint coming out. I thought about that. I had a chance to actually stream that, but I was like, you know what? Again, I've got so much that I'm trying to get through here that I just don't feel the need to do that. And as well, I liked BattleTech a lot. I like BattleTech a lot, but I feel like I've played it for now. Like I didn't feel like I wanted to get back into it again with even more stuff, basically.
Fair Libya is our own land, charming, fertile and grand.
Okay. Okay.
One evening, soldiers brought before Meve the elf she had saved from a lynching. It seemed he had been the fiend who had poisoned the water barrels from which several soldiers had drunk, then suffered and died.
That
Yes,
bastard.
I did it. And I regret it not one bit.
Seethed the elf.
Nilfgaardian, Temerian, some brute from Lyria, you Dwan are all alike. I detest you. All of you, your filth for what you wrought with my brethren. I'm proud. I am that even a few of your kind perished at my hand. Hail Enshay.
Meve pursed her lips into a thin white line. Reynard knew the expression. It did not bode well.
I should drag you to the capital, hang you high in the market square.
Meve said through gritted teeth.
Yet this you would want, am I right? For your folk to speak of you? For your folk to remember? Well, you shan't have it. You'll hang here, in the middle of nowhere, with but crows to witness it and then pick at your eyes.
It was a summary execution. No sentence was read, no last wish observed. The elf's corpse then hung long at the roadside, as none came forth to claim and bury it.
Wow. Welp. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Like, I gave that guy every opportunity.
We welcome you home, Your Majesty. Prince Willem awaits your return, Your Grace.
Yeah, we're gonna have some discussion with Willem. Wow, so I think I got everything on this map,
Home at
folks.
last, Your Grace.
We shall not enjoy it long, I fear. Soon we must face the black-clads in the field.
Yet a moment's peace we will have. After that drubbing you gave them at Dravograd, they'll wish to rethink their strategy.
There we go. Look, folks. All of this map we covered. Oh, wait. How did that stuff... Oh, man. It tried to... The game tried to get me to miss 2 things. Nope. Fortunately, we got fast travel. Nice try. Fortunately, we can fast travel right back there. Propaganda, translated from Elder Speech. Elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, the end of the old order is nigh. The oppressive regimes of the north, the plunderers of our land, rapists of our folk shall fall to the Nilfgaardian onslaught. And we can assist this downfall. We must assist it, each and every one of us. Those able to wield a weapon, join us in the woods, seek out a Scotail commando. Those too young, too old, too crippled, fight however you can, with poison, dagger, lies. Cowards who stand idle should be tried after the war as traitors to the elder races. Okay, that's charming. Right, okay. 2 more bits of loot. Okay. Want to make sure now. All areas revealed everywhere. Okay, so that's everything. We have done the entire map. The entire map is clear. Oops. Okay, here we go. There it is, folks. Home, sweet home. You're approaching an important moment in your journey. If you choose to continue and not be able to resume any unfinished activity in this area. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 9 out of 10? Why are there only 9 out of 10? Wait a second. Why are there only 9 out of 10? Why are there 9 out of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, are you kidding me? Do I have any... Oh, man, we're missing 1 chest. I mean, why am I missing 1 chest? I have all the maps. I have all the letters. I have all the reports. I have all the maps. I've used the keys. I got the card fragments. What is the missing chest? Man, is there... Come on, scouts. Shoot. 9 out of 10. You, where's the last chest?
Good you've returned, ma'am. Lyria needs you.
Yeah, but really, what Lyria needs is for me to find the 10th chest. 9 out of 10. Seriously? I wonder if the 9 out of 10 chests is because I didn't... There were a couple of secrets that I didn't complete. I wonder if that's why, maybe? I mean, there was only one... there was one mission... Not secrets. There was one mission that I didn't finish. I finished it, but I didn't... The combat didn't finish the way that... I thought it would.
They got black shells, but the meat inside's red.
Shoot. Does anyone know if that's like a standard thing that like Like if it's a standard thing to have like this one chest is like not often found or something. Does anybody know? It's just disappointing because I feel like, I mean, I almost have finished up the map anyway, so you just feel like, come on, just one map, one more chest. I don't even want the chest, it's just for the loot. It's just for the finishing up the complete quality of it. Alright. This. Really? All areas revealed. Really? Man. So frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man. I wanna look up quickly and see. Oh, okay. So I just looked it up. Hey, Shadow, how you doing? Okay, I just looked it up. Right, never mind then. So you would have to make a different story choice to... Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to redo something just because of the story choice. Never mind. That's fine. I don't care about it enough to do that. I'll just go up here, fast travel, and then we will continue on. That's fine. That's not a problem. I went the wrong way. Yeah, that's good, man. I hope so. Okay, yeah, so let's get into here, and then we're going to get into the second level. Okay, let's go there. Right. Let's make it happen. Alright, pretty good. Continue.
Neve had ridden out of Lyria in early spring, her retinue modest, as none larger was needed for the brief summit of sovereigns. She returned now to her capital, at the head of an army that dragged behind it bandits and Nilfgaardian prisoners in chains. The whole city came out to greet her. Its traders, craftsfolk, priests. Also, her eldest son and heir, Prince Willem.
We gotta talk, Willem.
A boy who, it seemed, might never be prepared to rule.
Yep.
Neve and Willem rode side by side past the cheering throngs, their faces frozen in regal smiles. It was not until they reached the castle stables that they found a corner in which to speak freely, candidly.
Son, you screwed up.
Welcome home, Mother. Content I am to see you, to be sure.
And I'm happy to see you. Though I dare say I'd have been much happier to witness you leading an army towards Dravigrad.
Hello? I asked you a question.
Willem, I trusted you. Left the realm in your care.
Indeed. And I, in turn, did my utmost to choose the best course for...
Willem, don't be so damned courtly. There's no one else here. My son. Nilfgaard has invaded our home. We're at war. When rulers don't strive and don't choose, when rulers grab their swords and shields and ride out to defend their subjects.
Yep.
You didn't let me finish.
All right. Say what you wanted to, please.
I feared I'd be hasty, Mother, and I didn't want to be. When we got word of the invasion, the lords convened at the castle. They demanded I hear them out. They wanted to give me counsel. If I'd rushed into the field to confront the foe, I'd have been half blind to the situation, not known all the options I had at my disposal.
A ruler never knows all the options. Yet he must decide and act nonetheless. I need to prepare. I'll see you at the Council of Peers.
And indeed she did.
The brush
when
off.
the peers convened in the throne room. Surrounded by animal hides and Zerrikanian tapestries, the lords stood in tense silence, awaiting the queen. When her figure filled the doorway, they fawningly prostrated themselves.
I'll bet they did.
We've myriad matters to resolve, so I trust you're well rested. Whatever the case, I've no doubt we shall meet the dawn afore we're done.
So she's always wearing, like, the gold armor thing?
Firstly, we must ask assistance. Pen a letter to King Demavend. Scribe, take this down. Dear... What? Uncle? Cousin? Blast. Again. I, Meve, by the god's grace, sovereign of Rivia and...
Your Grace. Mother. The peers and I, we've come to propose another solution.
Yes? Out with it.
We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority. Pledge fealty to the Emperor.
What? I'm not gonna pledge field to that clown.
I beg your pardon.
The black-clad hordes outnumber our forces manyfold, and they're far better equipped. We stand not the slightest chance against them in open.
No.
You will not lecture me about Nilfgaard's army, my son. All you know of them you garnered from coloured renderings, whereas I faced them at Dravograd. I faced them and crushed them.
But your grace, the losses. For this fleeting victory in which you delight, how many of your subjects had to perish? Bend a knee afore the Emperor, and you shall spare thousands.
Nay, never! Understood, Caldwell? Not ever!
Yeah, like, I mean...
I'd hoped to persuade you, but it seems I've failed. Nonetheless, the die's been cast. We've signed the accord with Nilfgaard. Our noble lords stand with me.
What?
The blood left Meve's face. She had realized her son, who had ever professed to detest politics and shirked his duties as crown prince, had just stabbed her in the back, as had her entire court.
Wow.
What is this? Treason to my eyes! The gallows is what awaits you!
Willem rules Lyria now. And should you not acquiesce and approve the accord, I fear only you, milady, shall have the pleasure to meet the hangman.
This is, you know, I haven't liked Caldwell from the beginning.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Caldwell. My mother will not be harmed. Not one hair on her head. Understood? Confine the Queen to the tower.
You err deeply, my son.
Yep. Deeply.
The queen was confined to a cell.
Wow.
Gilded armor she had traded for a simple robe. A courtly retinue for a swarm of rats. She was the very picture of misery. At the window of her cell, gripping the bars, Meve stood powerless, her anger so great she wept and wailed. Her Lyria was free no more.
Hey, what's up, Tornbow? Wow, we lost Wagenberg, Rivian Pikeman, War Wagon, Lyrian Arbalest, Regiment Drummer, Field Medic.
Have I come at a bad time?
Shut up, you bastard.
Demons take you, Caldwell. You've long been at this scheme, haven't you? You left the strays of Sparla to roam the realm, to forage, so that I would have to look to them. And thus gained your cohorts the time they needed to complete Lyria's sail to Nilfgaard.
You've seen through it all, that's clear. After the fact, of course, but still.
Willem, you turned him. How?
This punk. Well, I think he's being manipulated. I think Caldwell's the guy who's the problem.
The boy's not fit to wear the crown. Hasn't sufficient wit nor valor. I know this. You know this. Just, he knows it not. Willem fancied himself a statesman. Wished terribly to prove he was one. I made it possible. I've been amply rewarded, I have. Palatine since just yesterday, in fact.
You'll have neither my blessing nor congratulations. Sorry to disappoint you.
I seek neither. have come for another reason. To bid you adieu.
Gonna try to kill me? Because I'm gonna kick your ass.
Willem does not seek your death. Does not even fathom it, as you well know. Moreover, his resolve will wilt in time, and he'll wish to free you. So, come the morn, when the young king rides out to pledge fealty afore General Epdahi, you shall use your bed linens to hang yourself.
Damn. Go plow yourself, Caldwell.
I see. You wish to see me bow afore you, lie prostrate, beg you for mercy. Plough yourself with a pike, Caldwell. And you needn't send your thugs. I'll not falter nor hesitate. I'll take my own life.
What?
Adieu, your grace, and use your last evening wisely.
Meve felt a rush of despair, yet bit her lip to mute any weeping. No, she would not give Caldwell the satisfaction. Morning arrived with the sound of footsteps in the corridor. Meve rose from her cot and stood in the center of her cell. She was prepared for anything. Well, nearly anything.
Hey!
Duke of Dogs.
The Duke of Dogs.
Titles seem senseless under the circumstances, don't you think? Let's forgo them. I'm Gascon.
Gascon, what's up, my boy?
Has Caldwell sent you? To kill me?
No.
A no and a no. Actually, you're free. How shall I put this? That cad, Count Caldwell, used yours truly and the strays as bait in a scheme aimed at kicking your shapely backside off your throne. Now, I'm hardly vindictive. First to forgive, in fact. Take your threat to send me to the gallows. Forgotten already. Yet being played for a fool, I cannot abide.
Nice.
So when the strays freed me, I knew what I'd do to spite the Count afore I disappeared. I'd free you. That's to say, on one condition. You've got to request it of me, my lady. Courteously.
For my realm I will do this, and much, much more. Even bow afore a brigand. Thus I beg you, Gascon, Duke of Dogs, grant me my freedom.
Ha! Incredible! I've lived to see someone grovel with dignity. The true ruler you've got to be. You are free.
And grateful. Now please let me pass. I must get to the city jail at once.
Would you look at this woman? Free her from one prison, she flies off to the next.
I like this guy.
They hold Reynard there. And if I've any ally left, anyone who's not betrayed me, it's him. I must get him out.
Hold, my lady. Unarmed, alone.
Have I any other option?
In a sense. See, they locked a few strays in the city pits too. Got a common cause, I'd say. Care to join forces?
Nice.
The Queen took Gascon up on his offer. Then she, Gascon, and the strays snuck through the city to its dungeon. Reynard had not wavered for a moment in his devotion to the Queen. Never the slouch, he had also not lost any time.
I've inquired among the other arrested soldiers. Many are prepared to fight, even die at your side, your grace.
That doesn't
Seems
surprise
they may
me.
yet get their chance.
It's either that or jail.
But now we must flee. All of us.
Okay.
Yet in leaving the jail, the company ran into trouble. When Caldwell's cutthroats had failed to find Meve in her cell waiting for her secret execution, they had informed the Count. He, in turn, dispatched patrols into the streets. The Queen and her cohorts ran into one such unit.
Blast. We shan't outrun them. To arms!
Let's do it. Strange bedfellows, people. Strange bedfellows. And thus Lyrian stood against Lyrian. At first, Meve fought only to stun, to wound, not to kill. Yet she quickly realized the soldiers opposite her held no such reservations. These men who had saluted her but a few days before and whose faces she knew well would pull no punches, soften no blows. Meve had no choice but to follow suit. Alright, we gotta find an escape route, and then once we find one, gain more points than your opponent within 3 turns. Special rules, shorten battle, custom deck, unique cards will appear in this battle. Alright, let's do it!
Gascon? Bloody hell, where'd he get to?
Your Grace, we must make haste. Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
Okay. I guess we'll find out.
Aye.
Back to the dust whence you came!
How am I supposed to get to that, though? Oh. I screwed up. Okay. That's his order. Okay, I screwed this up. My bad.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Oh, because that's all I have left? Man. Okay.
Give me a time.
Damn it.
This harvest will be reaping black clad.
Didn't think I'd leave you just like that.
Hey, Gascon!
Honestly? I did.
Okay. Here we go.
Don't like this.
So far, I'm doing real well on finding the alleys to go down.
I smell a leak.
That row is on fire.
Cursed traitors.
Your Grace, what guarantee do we have that they won't stab us in the back?
None. What other choices do we have?
You mad? Don't shake that!
Left, right, left, right.
Okay. Hey, I think we found it. Oh, crap. When this gate's timer expires, the city gates will shoot. Will have shut. Okay, well.
Looking to dance, mate?
Okay, getting there. Okay. I got way more points right now, so we're in good shape so far.
Again and again and again.
Sod it. Sod it all.
Shoot. Fire is gone. That's unfortunate. Okay. Ah, perfect. Okay, watch this, folks. So we're gonna move this, this, and this. All dead. Okay. Getting there.
Our ballista, your command. Don't like this.
Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Jeez. I have not been doing well on this sort of score. Alright, let's see.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Let's see. Right, good. Still got the lead on them. Yes! That was the thing. Actually, I guess that was the escape. I guess I didn't need to bring on those other things. We did it.
I
Good
thank
stuff.
you,
That was
Gascon.
cool.
You and your men for your aid.
Yes, Gascon.
'Tis nought, my lady. Strays never say no to a proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Come now. Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
Hey now.
Then I shall assemble a new one. And with it have Caldwell hanged. And drive Nilfgaard back across the Yaruga.
And be really angry at my son.
You're mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
Pretty much.
No. I shall find them in Edirn. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend. And I'll sway volunteers to my cause on the way.
Well, you've your first willing warriors already.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria. Our hideouts are compromised, Caldwell's sure to set a price on our heads, and Nilfgaardians roam the land in numbers. Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen Meve fighting elbow to elbow
My boy
with a
Gascon.
bandit she'd wish to hang just a half day afore.
Hey, look, you know, sometimes...
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend. And I'd be a fool to turn down assistance now, no matter who offers. So be it.
Stray's Slinger. Stray's Bomber. Stray's Infiltrator. And, of course, my boy Gascon. Stray's Cavalry. Alchemist.
Very high-minded of you, my lady. So, shall we shake on't? Nay? Well then, the high road beckons. Though first we must escape the city with our lives. Follow me.
Nice.
Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Ah, the classic sewer escape.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen?
Is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, your grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Those are our men.
They were, Reynard, were.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their boats, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
What's she... Your Majesty? I've orders to arrest your grace.
Place me in irons, then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florens.
Yep.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, your grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Ha!
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive. I'm a queen, robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Wow. Achievement unlocked. Never give up, never surrender. Complete the main storyline for Lyria. Oh. What?
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve ventured into Edin,
Okay.
her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
I like these still shots, the way they're doing this.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
Is that a Witcher-connected one? It was Meve's first clash with the Scoia'tael, warriors who bled for the non-human cause. The name translates to squirrels in the common tongue, a reference to the ruddy tails fastened to their caps and helms. The ornament had become a hallmark for the partisans, much like the icy cruelty to which they subjected their human prisoners. Eliminate the Scoia'tael executioners, do not let Black Rayla die. Story battle, special rules, shorten battle, only 1 round, extra cards. Okay. Okay. Stones. Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. Interesting, but no. Two turns on turn start, boost self by the power of the unit on the right to move to the opponent's side. Okay. Alright, it's good.
Hang the
They really are
butcher!
Lachos, yeah.
Below her!
Yeah, this is a Manticore trophy.
We must rush to our aid.
Never enemy appears in the battle, damage it at random by 1 or 2. Where's my, I have the trophy, but I don't have the guy yet. I don't have my awesome knight that I had. Okay, I'm back to that. That's good.
Hey?
Okay. Gotta kill more of those guys.
Ah!
There's gonna be more executioners, I assume.
Thanks.
Night, Josh. Wow. Okay, that was a... wow. That was over in like 3 seconds. Like, what? Really? Okay, I was like, am I missing something?
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty. Yet in the end, the Lyrians prevailed. When the last elf hit the ground, the queen had her men untie those they'd sought to hang.
I don't think I was very shocked because I did that in about 2 cards.
1,000 thanks, your grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda.
Black Rayla. Hagar, we saw you there. You command King Demavend's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
Uh-oh.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldane. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days, straight into his trap, turned out.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black Clad have invaded Edern. Thanks to elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs, prey on vulnerable units and scouts.
Oh, PS4, nice. Good hell.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
Nice, Servo.
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg, a stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its walls like waves upon the rocks.
I'm glad Edern still defends the north.
While Edern stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edern seeking aid. I wish to ask Demavend for support.
They're kind of busy, I think.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These
really,
lands
Dizzy?
I know better than any.
Okay.
Excellent. Guide on.
Okay. All right, here we go. At least I still have all... Okay, good. So the money transfers over. That's going to be really helpful. All this extra money we got, folks, is going to make a big difference here. Okay, report. Situation in Edern. With Lyria and Rivia taken, full strength of army group east redirected against Edom. Fierce Edomian resistance, but border posts fell. King Demavend pulling back from small garrisons and concentrating forces in heavily defended fortresses. Rosberg, Aldersburg, Vengerberg. Significant increase in Scoia'tael activity, attacks on merchants, refugees, but not Nilfgaardian convoys. All evidence indicates Scoia'tael working with enemy. Let's see. Queen Meve, pamphlet distributed in Lyria and Rivia. Queen Meve cares not a whit for your interests. Instead of seeking peace with the Nilfgaardian Empire, she has chosen pointless resistance, sentencing you all to annihilation. To save their subjects from this fate, the Council of Peers decided to remove the Mad Queen from the throne. Yeah, mad because I don't want a foreign invader taking me over. In her cruel lunacy, she defied our rulings, spat upon our laws. She has fled the country in cowardice and seeks now to sow havoc, I'll bet. This has Caldwell written all over it. The rightful monarch is Meve's eldest son, Willem. He shall be advised in this difficult time by Count Caldwell. The meadows of Lyria and Rivia shall blossom under the light of the golden sun. Long live the Emperor. And letter from Captain Tobias. Though we spoke to each other not long ago, I've no doubt you do not recall my name. I am the guard who stopped you as you fled Lyria, the guard who doubted you. Yeah, I remember that guy. Your Highness, once more I apologize for my cowardice, and thank you for giving me a chance to repair my error. I cannot save Lyria from the Nilfgaardian talons, but I can write you about their secrets. I have won myself a post at the palace. I shall keep my ears open, and if I learn anything, I shall inform you at once. Gods grant you luck, my lady. We await your return, Captain Tobias. That dude's never going to survive, but I appreciate his help. All right, command tent. So, we got stuff to do. First of all, let's talk to some people. Let's talk to Rayla first.
How fare you, Rayla? The quartermaster, did he assign you a tent?
He tried.
Oh, and?
I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars. Little chance of a foe catching you off guard.
Rain accepted, perhaps.
I'm not made of sugar, ma'am. I'm not gonna melt.
The Special Forces, how did you come to join them?
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone in the Special Forces. How did you come to join?
On merit. Proved I'd be of use.
Yes, well, naturally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist. But the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on home. So I proposed a wager. Arm wrestling. If I won, he'd let me join. If I lost, I'd pay him 100 crowns.
And that kind of coin? You had it?
No, so I had to win. As we sat down at the table, across from each other, he laughed and rolled up his sleeve. When it was over, all around us were laughing at him. Then I just followed orders. Did so well enough to draw the king's attention.
Nice.
I must go. We'll speak later.
Okay, that's cool. What about you, Gascon?
So, Gascon, the soldier's life. Does it suit you?
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon?
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to drink, most days. A skirmish here, a scuffle there. Nilfgaardians one day, elves the next, and whoever we rout, we rob of what they've got.
Requisition,
Good times.
Fully in accordance with the laws of war.
Oh, please. Save your excuses for your father confessor.
Why do they call you the Duke of Dogs?
The Duke of Dogs. Whence the name?
Not certain I should tell you. It's a personal story, somewhat.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
What?
Did I hear werewolf?
Of sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked.
With pleasure.
How did your men break into the Lyria prison? I like Gascon.
I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They exploited its chief weakness.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction myself. Walls 5 feet thick, bars and grates of the sturdiest iron.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meave. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But seeing that's second nature to even the most ordinary bandit. Take any castle door. To open it, to open all, one needs but a pouch of gold.
Classic. It's time for me to go.
It's time I attended to other matters. Farewell.
Alright, what's going on with you, Ake?
Your Grace, how fortunate you're here. Behold what wickedness is afoot.
I'm trying to behold Sir Ake, yet I cannot be sure what.
Reynard and Gascon, my lady. Caught in the act of playing face cards.
Oh, that. Indeed they are. Good.
Good? Games of chance, good. Why, they are evil's very claws. Corrupting, tearing at the soul, seeping venom into the heart.
Oh, Ake.
I wouldn't worry about Reynard's heart,
Yes,
Sir
Servo?
Ake. As for Gascon's, too late already, I fear. Besides, they're getting along, that's what matters. If cards do the trick, so be it.
Tell me more about the good book.
Does the good book contain an answer to every question?
Each and every query, without exception.
What does it prescribe a mother betrayed by her son? Tender forgiveness or unflinching firmness?
A moment while I ponder. There's a verse in chapter 2. A child who doth with waywardness defy his mother and father, deserveth discipline most severe. Strike him thus heartily, unless thine heart stilleth thy hand.
But one could interpret that any way one wishes.
Yep.
To thine own self be judge and ruler, spoke the prophet Lebioda. For thou alone shalt answer for thine deeds before thee.
There's a certain wisdom to those words.
Yes, your majesty. One need but gaze deeply into the verses, and oneself.
Interesting.
Farewell, Ake.
Alright, thanks, Ake. And Reynard.
Yes, Your Grace?
What's up, Reynard? How far we've fallen.
How has it come to this? I, Queen Meave of Lyria and Rivia, must prowl about the underbrush like a common bandit. And you, General Reynard Odo, once proud commander of 4 elite regiments of footmen, now lead a gang of deserters, bandits, and scythe-wielding peasants.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking, Reynard.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years. Under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. We seek not to grab land, or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North. For our freedom, that of others.
Freedom!
And you alone didn't give up. Didn't even consider bending the knee before Nilfgaard.
No.
Yes, all true. Yet look where it's brought me.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace. And I will do all in my power to see you triumph in the end.
Why couldn't I see through Caldwell? Except I could see through Caldwell.
I cannot forgive myself one thing. That I failed to see through Caldwell's schemes. He must have plotted treason for months, years even. Yet I suspected nothing.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Your Grace.
I suspected something.
Easily said. Ugh, if I'd only realized it in time.
Nilfgaard would have found a different traitor, or sent an assassin north. It was unavoidable what happened. The Blackclads would have attacked in any case, and we'd have stood no chance to defeat the foe in open battle, repel him, drive him out.
So, had you been there when the peers assembled, you also would have voted to bend the knee?
No. My honor would never have allowed it. I'd have thrown myself into the fire, and probably died a fool for it. As matters stand, I still have a chance to thwart the invader, his intentions. It seems, in a twisted turn of fate, I should be grateful to Caldwell.
It's time I attended to other matters.
I should go. Alright. So, 9 chests here. Okay, good. That's great. So now we've still got to deal with... Whoops. We've still got to deal... So we got that. Now we have to check out the workshop. Okay, Royal Treasury. Increase the number of trinkets you can equip to 4. Oh, okay. I'm probably going to need to do that. Units will take up 10% less the recruit tap. Let's see. Decrease the gold cost of creating units by 10%. Increases recruit cap. Oh my god. Gain 2 recruits after every battle 1. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Enables you to recruit new support units in the command tent. Oh, man. So much stuff. 3,000. I'm probably going to do that. I want to get the... Because the trinkets are really useful, so... Man. Now let's take care of this incredibly exciting deck. Right, because we got the Manticore Trophy. Also, where is Sir... Okay, there's Ake. I was going to say, I'm like, what? Okay, so we got the Manticore Trophy, we got the Runestone, Lyrian Horn. Those are all trinkets. Oh, see, I've got too many also. And I've got 30... and 25. So I've got... Okay. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to have to add back a card, which I'll do in just a second. Ooh, nope. I don't have any more copies of that, huh? Field Medic. Got 2 more of those. Okay. Okay, I need 2 cards. There's 2 more cards I have to get. Okay, so I've got 1. These are... I forgot that these don't actually count against anything, so... Alright, I've got to remove... 4. Do I have a 4? Okay. But I'm 2 cards shy. So I'm gonna need another trinket and another card. I need a minimum of 25, so... Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna need 3,000. Let's see. Man, this is tough because... This is tough because of the maximum amount that I'm allowed here. I don't think I can go higher than that maximum, so... See if I'm right about that. Because I need to get rid of that 139. Man. 133. 127. Okay, I need to get rid of 15. Shoot. Alright, well that's one stray and one sideman. Wait, that's 6. Darn it. I still need... because I need to hit this minimum number of cards, and then I need to undercut that, so... Okay. And I need to drop 1 6. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Alright, I need one more card that's at a 0. See, and what I need, you know what I need, is a trinket. That's what I need. So I need to get more gold so I can get that extra trinket so I can do this. So okay, that's fine. So I've got to go get, so what I have to do is I have to go get more gold. And boy do I hope there's something close by. I hate to do this because I really, really need gold. Really need gold. I need... Oh, wait. 3,400. I got it. I got the 3,400. I got the 3,400 gold. Okay, good. We're good. I needed that. I needed that. Okay. No problem. We go here. I need these trinkets. Boom. Okay. That took a lot of gold, but it was worth it. Alright, the next goal is going to be to take up, let's see, increases recruit cap to 200. Probably going to need that at some point. But decreases the gold cost of creating units. It's not as important. Gain 2 recruits. Gain between 75. That's 3,000 gold. Workshop 3. That's what I'm going to need. So I'm looking at another 1,500 gold is what I'm going to need. Okay, good. Now that I've done that, I now have... See, now I've got this higher... now I'm going to have this higher cap. So that's fine. So now I can get rid of some of this stuff. So let us drop some of these down. First of all, let's add another trinket, which is going to be... What? What do you mean? Oh, because it's a trinket. Ah, shoot. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So now I have to get rid of 6 cards. So let's get rid of these. Okay. Oh, so close. Okay, so I'm going to drop 1 more. And I need a 7. Do I have a 7? Gascon is a 7. Okay, so I need 13. So like a 9. There we go. Got it. All that time that I needed to take to be able to just get this locked into place. Okay. Now it's a legal... Now it's actually a legal deck. Okay. Good. That's good. So all I have to do now... So now we're looking at... The next goal we're going to be looking at trying to do here is going to be... Next one I think is going to be the workshop. Yeah. You're definitely going to want to do this. So 1,500 is what we're looking at. We need 1,500 gold. There we go. All right. Let's do this. Do 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 do. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We need 1,500 gold. Now we need more than that. One more. Lot of stuff to pick up. Okay, that's good. This is good because the idea is to be able to... Having that extra leftover gold and wood will make it possible... Like, I just wiped out the elves in the Scoia'tael for that fight. Just wiped them out.
Gods. The entire country up in flames.
Damn.
Ebdahi warned punishment awaited Edirn, that he would show the land no mercy.
What in God's names did you do to him, Rayla?
Nilfgaard offered us an alliance against the rest of the north, but Demoven declined in his clipped soldier's speech. They say Ebdahi flew into a rage and swore he'd reduce Edirn to rubble.
Wow. It's pretty impressive. Really good stuff on the graphics for this, by the way. Again, I can just say really good. Okay. Really good on these graphics. And of course the music, as always. Okay, no more scouts for a little while. I gotta get this, Wonder if this is a Nilfgaardian battle coming up. Should I take this back? I want to go back up this way then. By the way, this is almost a good spot. I think it's a good spot to tell everyone welcome. This is Pen and Pixels, the show I do here. I've done for a long time on GOG, Tuesdays from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. This is episode 153. We focus on story and narrative in games, and I've been playing through Thronebreaker. When I'm done with this game, it'll be back to Pathfinder Kingmaker, and then finally we'll be back to Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm an author myself, so I'm interested in this story kind of stuff. We also play D&D, a lot of it on my channel, and we play one session of D&D with GOG once a month on this channel. So if you like that, please follow the channel, sub to the channel, and all that good stuff. Please check us out individually on our own individual channels as well, and thank you all for being here. Yep. A modest hamlet, not a living soul. Modest hamlet was located just to the north of Wayfarer's Beach. As Meave's army approached, it became clear, even from afar, that the village had not been spared the carnage of war. Its dwellings appeared smashed and burned, and a rancid, smoky stench lingered in the air. Yet what of the villagers' fate? Alas, they were strewn on the earth at the center of the settlement, their bodies mutated by the gnashing maws of carrion eaters, and the beasts had not yet strayed from their gory bounty. Okay, so here are all my trinkets. It's gone. Where's my boy Egg? There's my boy Egg. Okay. Okay, so we damage an enemy by this unit's power. Whenever an ally takes damage, strengthen self by 2. So he's going to stay in my deck for a while here. So we're going to keep him on this row. So let's see. Well, I don't want to mark a unit yet. So this is really my main guy
Coin
that I
never
want to play.
stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Okay, Rot Fiend. Rot Fiend living in the city. Okay. Don't want to force these 2 units to duel yet. Let's have you...
Yeah, yeah!
Let's have you mark. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. That was well worth it. Well worth it. Okay. Let's destroy that.
Ha!
He's marked, so he'll be dead in just a minute. We're gonna wait on these slingers, I think. So let's set this row on fire.
Watch your heads!
Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Let's see. So he's still getting hurt that way, which is good. Let's set both rows on fire, shall we? Okay. I don't want to play him yet, so let's move these guys.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Okay, so far so good. Passed. Alright, in that case, I am also going to pass. Round 1. 43 to 15. Okay.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Okay. This graveyard, I suppose. Okay, let's see. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, I want want to make sure they got him done. And let's see.
We'll catch 'em all!
Let's mark them. Okay. Here we go. All right, the Alpha Wolf. The dangerous, scary Alpha Wolf. All right, well. Still holding on to my Ike is still like just building. You are now a bear. Okay. Okay, let's mark.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Everyone gets hurt. That's what I like to see. On those sides. Okay, and then we're going to see this. Right. Ah, boost allies by 2, damage enemies by 2. That's what I like to see. Because I have a lot of 2s there. I've got 50 to 18. To 20. I'm gonna heal everybody and boost them. I think I'll have enough to be able to take one turn. Yep. That's what I thought. Okay, let's see. Let's have you do this.
Ha!
And Death Wish, that's what I like to see. And
I fear not, for faith guides me.
alright. Now we pass. I've got a 74-point lead. And he's got 2 cards left. That's what I thought. I thought I had way too big a lead at that point. That worked pretty well. I was actually very happy with my deck in that one. And now we get a lot of gold. Letter found. Father. The Blackclads are advancing from the south. Fortifications along the border in Velkard and Luton have already fallen, and the devils are setting alight all else in their path. Take what you and Mum have of worth and go at once to Rosborg, to Uncle. You'll be safest there. I know what you're thinking. 60 years on your brow, 7 wars you've survived, and this one's no different. But it is, Papa. You must trust me, I beg you. Your Keller. Ah, achievement unlocked, and it is... I'll probably need this later. Gather 5,000 wood throughout the game. Hell yes, I would need it later. Already, right as we speak, I need to be able to use this. I think I need 1,500 if I'm not mistaken, right? Is what I said? Not that one. I think it's the workshop. Yeah, I need 1,500 gold. So, I got plenty of wood, but I need 1,500 gold. Hate to do this. Definitely opening up a lot of extra spots here, so. What I like about it, as I've said, is that the game really does encourage you to want to look for more of this stuff because it makes... It's not annoying. It's not grindy. You know, I'm not grinding for this. And I find that enjoyable. Plus, the story's fun. Hey, 24 recruits.
Any of you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past.
Leonard Nimoy.
Any of you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past.
More recruits. Hey. What's up here?
The Lyrians arrived at an ancient, half-desiccated beach. Its trunk sat atop a tangle of thick roots, and scraps of paper covered with tiny scribblings fluttered over it from top to bottom. Travelers crowded all around. Barefoot refugees, bony pilgrims, peddlers with armored escorts, and shifty-eyed men with the haggard look of deserters.
The Wayfarer's Beach.
Rayla said.
Travellers of all sorts swap tales here. Perhaps we can glean something about our enemy's movements.
Or paint the enemy a clear picture of our own.
Gascon interrupted.
Nilfgaardian spies no doubt flock to this tree like flies to particularly pungent dung.
I'm going to approach.
Disregarding matters of status and station, Meve personally asked the travelers for the latest news. They soon transformed from terse to talkative, sharing tales of an elven bandit named Eldane, a Nilfgaardian general called Frikev who murdered an entire village, and a sorceress who cure any ailment for a few coppers. Then a blood-curdling scream put a halt to the gossip. Meve's soldiers had begun to quarrel with the merchant's guards.
Oh boy.
One of whom now lay dead on the ground, his throat a gaping wound.
The filth besmirched your honour, your grace. Said you took tail and ran from Lyria like a belted bitch.
The travelers were unmoved by this explanation. They demanded the Lyrian soldier be punished according to Eden's laws, by chopping off the hand that dealt the fatal blow.
No.
Meve walked up to the accused soldier who awaited her verdict with tears in his eyes. She put her hand on his shoulder.
This man defended my honor.
The Queen proclaimed loudly.
For this he deserves not punishment, but praise. And you remember, whoever defames my name shall soon regret it.
Meve's unit marched off to the sound of jeers and curses. But her soldiers held their heads high, proud of their queen.
Yep, I'm sure that's going to come back to bite me, but either way, it would have come back to bite me regardless.
You'd folk in Crumhorn are trading with the Scoia'tael by day for all to see.
That was one of those deals where it's like, I knew that wasn't going to end well, but like, there's nothing you can do about it, like, at a certain level. Your Majesty, a traveling merchant has humbly invited you to browse his wares. He wishes to be rid of his stock as soon as possible. He's prepared to offer a sizable discount. Ooh, wish to buy something from us, minus 200 plus 750, yes! Because I had plenty of wood. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Cool. Warning, read all lettered folk and pass it on to your unlearned brethren. Elves hold the Mulderwood and prey on travelers. If you got to journey to Aldersburg, move not but at night, and then only in bunches. By no means go near the willow growing near the edge of the woods. May the gods watch over you. Okay, this is what I was hoping for. Because now I can go to the workshop and I can build this. New support units in the command tent. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to need 2,500 or 1,500. Increases... Oh, I see. It increases foraging or... Oh, that right there. New Reynard support units. Hell yes. Okay. Let's take a look at the command tent now. Okay. Do I have any copies of them at all? Why do I not have any copies of them? I built it, but... Interesting. Alright, I don't have it yet. That's okay, though. Okay, so, again, I'm gonna need... 2,500. What about this? Enables you to recruit new combat units. Ah, okay, okay. 5,000. Jeez. The gold, though. Oh my goodness, the gold. Alright. I probably should do this at some point. Man. Alright, I need probably about 3,000 gold. I need a lot of gold. The lesson here, people, is that I need gold. That's what we've learned today, is that I definitely need gold. Oh, man.
Ravens are always trailing armies. Ravens and beasts.
Anything else?
Tucked a bushel of grain away in my shack, but I'm too fearful to return there.
Oh, well, how do I get it?
You're supposed they've gone. You're supposed they've gone.
Alright. Getting there, getting there. Right, okay. What is that? Oh, a locked item, okay. And that's more stuff over to the right. Okay. Good. Alright. When you try to break a throne, always have gold. Exactly. Gold is your first line of defense when you're trying to break a throne. Uh-oh.
Soon after entering Edirn, Meve ordered a halt. She wished to sit with Black Rayla and plan their onward march, for Rayla knew every path in the realm, including ones not drawn on any map. They were hard at work when shouts rang out among the tents.
One final time I shall say it. As your senior officer, I order you to depart the training grounds, or...
Oh, what? Pray tell, you'll have me drop and give you 50?
What is the meaning of this?
Your Grace, I had thought to use this interval to drill the recruits, teach them...
To walk.
To maneuver, Gascon. A world of difference. In perfect harmony must soldiers traverse the field of battle. Otherwise, they could break formation. The enemy would penetrate our lines, and our army could be slaughtered.
And therein lies the rub, dear Reynard. Army. This is no army, but a band of partisans. If we do not adapt to the rules of desperation, if we adhere instead to the Academy Codex, we shall lose. Laying traps, wiping tracks, that's what we should teach the lads. Not marching to the beat.
All my eye. A fighting force must have discipline. Otherwise, tactics and planning are impossible. A soldier must obey orders.
A point on which we all agree. And since they are mine to give, I order you both to calm yourselves at once. And never air your squabbles in front of the men again.
Yep.
Our resources are limited. We cannot do everything at once. Prepare your proposed plans for training the recruits, and I shall decide which we shall follow. Clear?
Yeah, you would
Get to
think...
work.
You would think they just play more cards. Maybe Ike told them something different nonstop. Maybe that's why. I actually don't know about whether or not we enable drops or not, Daikamar, but I'm not responsible for making the decision to do that on this channel. So one way or the other, that's something you have to take up with them. Okay. Okay, good. I was gonna say I was confused. Oh, no, wait. Oh, that's right. Yeah. To be perfectly honest, I don't even do it on my own channel because I don't really fully understand what what that whole situation is about, to be perfectly frank. I know that Twitch loves them some extensions, but... Proclamation. Inhabitants of Brumfell are hereby ordered to vacate the village by nightfall. Failure to comply will result in punishment of the highest order. Hail Krazair, Duke Gardal Abdahi, Great Chancellor, Commander of Army Group East. Like I said, East. Okay. Let's finish up with these two.
1 week we were to harvest, yet the fields are nothing but ash. Did our oats not suit the Emperor? However did our oats and other plantings harm him?
Wow. This is a mess. Situation is a mess. Oh, I see, I see. I gotcha. I'd have to find out more about that, I guess. I didn't really know the details of it. Okay, we got a puzzle battle. And looks like we're gonna have some, we're about to have some fighting going on. Another chest. Black Rayla. Multiplayer game that I'm not playing. How do I actually get up to the shrine? If I cannot get there or something. Let's see if we can, because I want to do that and get their morale as high as I possibly can before I deal with this. There's a lot of going around just to get to this one thing, so I hope... Oh yeah, it's totally there, I just didn't see it. Did not see it. Although actually, I guess it might have been a waste of the shrine, actually, but oh well. Okay. So that's all good. Alright. Puzzle battle time. Amidst the rubble, the people of Erden led prosperous lives, a fact which was reflected in the quality of their homes, ceramic stoves, hard oak floors, exotic Zeracanian tapestries. Yet now all lies in ruin and monsters have supplanted the former tenants. Eliminate all foes. So there's a puzzle here. Special rules, shortened battle, custom deck. Alright. Easy enough to just eliminate all foes as a premise. Damage a unit by 2. If it was destroyed, repeat this ability. Okay. Destroy the highest unit. Okay. I don't think I did that right.
Stop your yapping and start digging.
Okay.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs. Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace. We'll get her done in no time. Pissing in the moat? Oh, it's dead.
It's not going to be enough. Oh, no, I did. I just did it. I thought I played that wrong, but I just had enough. That's good. Just enough. Inhabitants of Lapisfeld. As you know, Edin has been betrayed. Our forces taken by surprise now face severe shortages. I urge all who were able to support the war effort with a donation. Vakmir, son of Zenek, has been authorized to supervise the collection. Donations must be brought to his mill before the end of this week. From there, they shall be delivered to the soldiers in need at Rosberg Fortress. Mayor Godzimir. Okay. Getting there. We need another 3,000 is what we need. Okay, well, we're getting there. We are getting there. All right. It's interesting how dark this map is in comparison to what we had in Lyria. Okay. All right. Takes care of all that. Now, what's going on over here?
Your Grace.
Meave heard Reynard call out from behind her.
A scout's returned. Claims to bear an urgent message.
The Queen halted her horse and waited for the soldier to reach her. He abandoned all formalities and jumped straight to the point.
Milady, a black-clad caravan, armed to the hilt, rides this way. To believe the rumours, they're hauling a load of war loot back south.
Reynard gave the soldier new orders, then turned to Meave.
Sounds like a prime opportunity to replenish our coffers.
Indeed. An opportunity we cannot ignore.
The Queen said.
Your unit will block their path. Gascon and his men will hide in the woods and strike their flanks, while I shut the trap, attacking from behind.
Their plan established, Meave gave the signal to move out. A brief moment later, the fight began.
Okay. I wondered if this was like a trap setup or not. Imperial transport. Upon realizing they could not avoid a fight, the Nilfgaardians stopped their wagons. Not all of them, however, took to defensive formations. One soldier remained with each cart. They stood with backs to the attackers, their eyes trained on the cargo. What mysteries hid in these wagons? What treasure so precious to abandon self-defense in the midst of battle? Expose the trap. Well, yeah. Obviously, this is a trap. It's a trap! I like that dueling thing. Okay.
We must drive them into the ambush. Follow me!
Okay, we don't want to destroy this. We want to expose the trap. Trigger an ambush when you... Okay.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
I thought that I could move that up forward. Okay, it's still worth it.
Hey?
Okay. Getting there. One more of those slings should do the job.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Okay. All the ammo is gone. All their armor is gone. Which is good. That was our plan.
There, gloire!
More and more powerful. Okay. Let's see. Heal all allies and boost them by 2. Nice, good stuff with the duel. Okay, I need them to survive one more turn. Let's see. a couple things I could do here. Still don't know about exposing this trap. Let's see. Heal those guys. Let's do it. And boost them by 2.
To thee, Nigloire!
Okay. $49 to $38.
Alba!
Okay. So I don't want to destroy that. I need to get... Ah, this will be actually useful for this. Good. Imperial soldiers in CDPR games sound like drunks. Okay.
We're close, Your Grace.
Off to the front yet again.
My bear! Stop attacking my bear!
We must trust each other.
Okay, now. That's gonna destroy them regardless, so...
Ha!
Right. Okay. Because he's gonna destroy him.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
God's blast it. My breastplate chafes.
Wait. Why am I not able to what? Why can't I attack him? I don't understand. Why can't I attack him?
Brach! Scheiß! In Trey!
What?
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Wait. What? Oh, I didn't understand that card at all. I thought it set itself
Off
to
to
that
the
level.
front yet again.
Okay, well this is... No, I screwed this up completely. No, I completely... No. No. That's complete... I misunderstood everything. Okay. That was a complete train wreck. I had no idea the Alchemist... He kind of sucks then. Like, why would I want the ability... What? Okay. Wow. I had zero idea that that was what that was about. Good God, you suck. What a terrible card.
We must drive them into the ambush.
Wow.
Follow me!
Alright, so I've got to figure out a way to take out these guys. Oh man, that is really lame.
Watch your heads!
Every time that gets injured, that's going to move to its right. Yep.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Okay. See, that may be a mistake with that fire. I'll have to think about that.
catch!
Set that one on fire.
Alba!
Okay. Now let's see. Lovely. Just what I was hoping for.
We're close, Your Grace.
I noticed. In Witcher 3? I don't actually know. That should damage everybody.
Sure took your time. Thought you'd forgotten about me. Now!
Alright, we got the caravan. Now we just need to win. Everything's on fire. Okay.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Good. The imperial capitals in the European cities, fermented drinks in order to avoid dysentery. Well, yeah. Sometimes that was why wine was so popular in many cases, because it was safer. Yeah, the infiltrators. Feel the burn, baby. Feel the burn.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Having that manticore doing 2 damage each time is really useful. Okay.
We'll catch 'em all! Brach! Scheiß! In train!
Everyone gets marked.
The chase is on!
I guess you can't mark them twice. That's too bad.
Off to the front yet again.
Oh no, you can mark them twice. Okay, good. Let's mark him entirely because...
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
$93 to $43. All right. All I need to do is win the 1 round, right? So... Alright, this is complete overkill. But it's fun overkill. Fun overkill.
Yeah, yeah!
Wait, you're serious?
153 to 21. That is how we do it,
Caravan
people.
is ours, milady.
still think it's a trap. Little unnecessary, but I just wanted a bit of overkill.
Their plan ended in success, the Nilfgaardians crushed. As soon as the dust had settled, Meve tore the canvas off the nearby wagons to see what precious loot they had so carefully guarded.
Trap.
She expected to find gold, jewels, or exquisite silks. Instead, she saw dirty, terrified figures bound in chains.
Slaves,
Reynard muttered.
Their precious cargo. Slaves.
Wow.
Behold the glorious future the Empire brings us.
Meve ordered the prisoners freed and discovered they were Edirnian peasants on their way to dig canals and dredge swamps as forced laborers.
You are free. You can return to your homes.
The Queen said. If she expected words of thanks and gratitude, she was in for a disappointment.
What homes, my lady?
Asked one of the peasants, holding back tears.
Took our land, they did. Nothing we have now. Not a rag to wear, not a crumb to eat. Leave us, we die. Soldiers don't do us in, monsters will. Us human hunger and cold don't get us first.
The Queen was about to answer when she heard Gascon, standing behind her, whisper,
Before you make any rash promises, please, some maths. Dozens of hungry mouths to feed, and weak bodies to defend, twice as many tired legs to wait for, while war rages all around. You do realise you cannot save everyone.
Nope.
I attacked this caravan hoping to fill my coffers.
The Queen said.
Instead, I have only secured a new drain upon them. But very well. In these ill times, we Northerners must help our own. Women and children in the wagons.
Hey, Chrono.
The men shall march alongside to the rear. I warn you, if you cannot keep pace, we shall leave you by the roadside.
This is a nice.
Move out.
This is a nice setup for the Banner Saga too.
Caught the eyes of an old woman her soldiers were helping onto a wagon.
Old woman, man.
Tears of gratitude poured down her soot-stained face, across hard lines left by years of destructive toil. Meve was convinced she had done the right thing.
I think you're right. Yeah, this is based on Gwent, actually, although it's a modified version of Gwent. And it was originally going to be its own little thing, and then it became like it's sort of a sort of side project, and then it became a bigger deal as they went on with it, and it's pretty cool. Wow, look at that! I think how much we need 3,000 gold though, right? So yes, there's the thing about it is that it's there is a story mode, which I actually thought about doing to begin with, which was just about a story mode, which was just about playing through it but without the Gwent stuff, and but I wanted to kind of play it with Gwent because I was kind of neutral about Gwent, and so I just wanted to see. And I've actually really enjoyed it because a lot of it is sort of story-based battles where you have specific decks or puzzles to solve or things like that. So it's not just you go in and grind and build something and then you go from there. So, no, nothing really has happened with it. They've chosen to release it on Steam, but I mean, there's nothing really that's happened to it. I think you know, I don't think they feel like I was reading an article about it that they've been very happy with it. It's just that the download numbers weren't exactly what they hoped for initially, but this is also kind of a game that's got a little bit of a lich. I was looking at an L on this. A niche quality to it, in that there are a number of things here that are based upon it's a card game, you know, and so as much as there's more to it than the card part of it, that will slow some of it down. So. Yeah, I mean, I've been very I mean, I have enjoyed it quite a bit. I mean, that's all I can say. I like the story. I think that it's put together really nicely. The graphics are interesting and I think well done and consistent. There's a lot of polish to it. I like the music. I enjoy the way that they set up the Gwent in here, so I like it myself. Translation from Nilfgaardian Jade is Senior Censor Berwin Ep Clenage from Sergeant Dilwyn and Ellery. As ordered, I have acquired 30 live Nordlings. Edmund Providence breakdown as follows: 13 males, 7 females, 5 elders, 5 children. Suitability of elders for labor will be determined at camp. If the verdict is negative, they shall be removed from the convoy. Long live the Emperor. Jeez. I wonder what removed means.
As Meve neared Gatburg, her eyes were drawn at once to the black pennants flying over its palisades. Nilfgaard's pennants. Her scouts found the city's buildings intact, its streets unstained by blood. Black-clad soldiers could be seen guarding storehouses holding loot pillaged from nearby settlements. Curiously, these soldiers were very few in number.
The gates stand open. Clearly the Imperials expect no attack, giving us the element of surprise. We can take back the city and
make off with the gold.
Gascon finished.
A trap.
Meve hated Nilfgaard and needed gold to maintain her army. Two very good reasons to attack.
I still think this is a trap.
Her decision made, she ordered her men to prepare for battle. Now the invaders would have to try their hand at defending.
Larven! Essay to nothing!
The Battle of Gatburg. The Queen had feared her soldiers would not court death for the sake of an Edirnian city. After all, why risk one's neck for a neighbor's home when you have yet to reclaim your own? Nonetheless, Meve's infantry fought ferociously, never breaking. In the face of Nilfgaard's onslaught, the trifling differences among Lyrians, Temerians, and Caedwinists no longer mattered. Ultimately, they were people of the north, and they must answer each other's call. Okay, only one round. Main objectives: attack weaker units. Okay. There have been more of the shortened battles than the regular length battles, I think. Alright, attack weaker units. Okay.
They feel at home here, the Nilfgaardians. Let's show them they're wrong.
I hear that. Well, I hate to do this early. Well, actually, I don't think I have any orders, so... Yeah, let's do this.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Ah. I know, I was thinking about that.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
I was thinking that exact same thing. Okay.
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Damn it, I didn't realize that you had to do 3. Okay. Well, I learned something today. I didn't realize that. Not a big deal. So, if you bring them in, they have to attack others. I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, now I know. So I definitely don't want to bring those dudes out until he has 3 people on his
101,
side.
102, 103.
No signs of fighting. These Horsens must have opened the gates for the Blacklads.
Watch your heads!
That's why I wanted to do that. Okay.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
That's what I was looking to do.
Ah.
Damn it. Okay, let's
Thing
see.
about slings,
This,
they hide well.
and this. If I did that right... I didn't do it quite right. Okay, I need to get rid of these guys.
Notice!
Damn it.
All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Wow, look at that guy. The Commandant, huh? Yeah, I gotta deal with that Commandant. Okay, let's see. Whenever an ally is destroyed, this unit loses 25% of its current power. Oh, I missed that part of the card. Outstanding. Okay. All right, that's good.
Now, how did that incantation go?
You were a bear. Blam. Bear.
Ha! Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Okay. Okay, I have a slight lead.
Brach! Scheiß! In! Zwei!
It's alright, because I still have this order left. And we're going to destroy these guys. 4 damage to each of them, which drops him to 22. And last but certainly not least,
Quick and painful this'll be.
70 to 39. He's got 2 cards left.
Off to the front yet again.
It's not enough. I got him.
Battle's won, Your Majesty.
Woo! That was close, but I thought I had a shot. This thing has been super useful.
The
that
Battle of
restraint card.
Gatburg ended in Meave's victory, much to its inhabitants' displeasure.
Money?
While she examined the Nilfgaardian storehouses, the city's mayor, an elderly gentleman with a walrus moustache, requested a private audience.
Your Grace, I am old. Kill me, you'll merely save my gout the trouble. So I'll be frank. You've but few men. You'll not spare one to defend the city. When you ride off, the Imperials will retake Gatburg, peer into their looted storehouses, and seek revenge. You will be far off, while we shall be oh so terribly near.
The old man creaked down onto his knees and gripped the hem of the Queen's coat with knobby fingers.
Your Majesty, I beg you, leave the gold, or the streets of Gatburg will flow with the blood of our women and children.
Meave contemplated what to make of the fellow. Should he be praised for his forethought and concern for his townsmen, or condemned for cowardice and insolence? Black Rayla, however, had no such doubts.
Traitors all. Small wonder the town's untouched. Must have opened the gates wide for the southern scum. Now they want us to let them fill their pockets with plundered gold.
Oh, man. This is probably a mistake.
Meave stood before one of the chests, filled to the brim with gold. She slammed its lid shut with a bang.
The gold stays. Every coin.
She said,
In exchange, I wish you to promise when the moment arrives, when Nilfgaard is on the retreat, you will take up arms and stick them in their black-clad backs.
The old man stared for a long while into Meave's cold eyes, then merely nodded his head in silence.
Man. Yeah, I'll bet the morale is not as high as it could have been. I really like it. I really like the game a lot. As far as the Gwent part is concerned, I've actually been enjoying the Gwent. I don't really think it is that I mean, well, I'm sure to be really good at it, it would be complicated. And if I were playing just normal Gwent, this wouldn't really interest me. But I think the fact that it's so story-oriented and that the battles have so much variety, I think that changes it around quite a bit. Yeah, exactly.
If we show them there's gold to be had, they could in turn show us mercy. If we show them there's gold to be had, they could in turn show us mercy.
I bet that would have been a lot of gold, too. Oh, man. Got a battle over there. Point of interest, loot. I really want to get one. I just need to get one more thing of gold. I'm going to risk it. Ugh. Arrgh. It's just more of them up there. Okay. Just need a little more gold. Just a bit more gold. Okay, the thing is, I don't necessarily want... Well, I don't want to get into a battle that I can't handle, but... Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, look, I understand that a game that's got sort of the card orientation to it is not necessarily going to be with everyone's sort of cup of tea. But I like... Oh, look at this. It's going to be fun. But this is reminding me a lot of a cross between, like, Heroes of Might and Magic and then, like, at least the overmap here with, like, these icons sort of waiting there for you to get to them. And then the tactical quality of the Gwent games. I like the fact of the sort of being able to build your tent and camp over time. I think the story is interesting, the moral decisions. I like it quite a bit. I think the game is pretty well done. So, can I get to... Damn it. I wanted that to be gold. All right. Is there any way I can get some gold before I have to deal with a point of interest? Anyway? Before I deal with that guy?
Gatberg opened its gates to the Blacklads. Surrendered without a fight.
Was here just a week past. That was a mill. An inn. Out more than ashes now.
And of the people, not a trace. Not even the bodies.
Yep. This is what I mean about that. Okay. Whew. I got there. Just got there. Okay. So, now... Between 75 and 150 gold for every battle won. Probably going to need that because I'm going to need more gold. Let's do it. Okay. Whew. That was real expensive, but... Now, see, the reason you do that early on, and this is the way that it's designed all the way, that it's designed this way, you do that early on so that you get more gold. It gives you more dividends the earlier you do that advancement.
They take the young and strong as slaves. Leave the elders to starve and wane. Elves and dwarves, dirty non-humans, took sides with Nilfgaard. Then of a sudden, hit us from the back. Elves and dwarves, dirty non-humans,
none of your
took sides
racism.
with Nilfgaard.
Okay, now we're going to deal with that battle up the top left. And see, because once I win that battle, I'm going to get extra money that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Nope, that's not right. That's not right. Wish my morale were a little better. Morale's normal. Alright, let's go. In darkness, all of Erden burned, cities, villages, forests. When the flames eventually died out, the kingdom choked on a black, dense smoke that blotted out the sun. It became dark. So dark that beasts which once only prowled at night now, too, hunted during the day. Wow. They hunt during the day because there's no daytime. I'm not a fan of that guy. Where's my... Okay, whenever a haunt timer expires, spawn a base copy of oneself, okay? Let's see. Can't do that yet.
Are you mad? Don't shake that!
Okay, I gotta get rid of that guy. Let's see. Nice. You are no longer haunted, sir. Wait, you remain haunted? Even after the... Oh. Let's see, can I do 2 damage? Still gotta wait on that guy. Alright, let's
Got any
deploy.
victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Okay, good. Man, the hauntings. Okay. I'm just trying to think, by the way, of what it would be like to play this version of Gwent, like, in person. Obviously, I actually have a deck of Gwent cards that GOG was nice enough to send me a couple years ago. But imagine that Gwent card deck with this, with all of the things you'd have to keep track of. It would be worse than Arkham Horror, if any of you have ever played that. Okay.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Passed. What I like to see. I shall also pass. 1 round down, 1 round to go. There's my boy. And remember, Ike gains that power even in your hand, which is super useful. Have you?
Aye.
Easy opening. You're automatically haunted. Every 3 turns, haunt the highest non-haunted enemy and move it to the other turn. Oh, and then you damage all haunted units by 1. Okay. That makes sense. Let's see.
Discipline shall bring us victory!
Okay. Now I need 1 more of those guys in there. You're a bear. Congratulations, you've been promoted to a bear. And let's increase Gascon as well. Okay. There we go. Now I can bring you in.
Bigger they are,
1, 2,
easier they are
3.
to target.
Good, lovely. Let's destroy you. And that removes Haunted, actually. So that's good. Haunted is no longer existing there. Okay. Notice that Ike now is up to 31, and Gascon... So Gascon gains strength every time, gets 1 strength every time someone is moved. So he's already up to 20. And the thing is, it works even if he's not deployed. Ike also gets this even when he's not deployed, which is pretty awesome. So... How do you haunt a bear? Not really clear about how that happens.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Okay. Alright, 46 to 12, so we're still in pretty good shape, I would say. This will help us, it will hurt them. So 54 to 5. He's got 4 cards left. Haunting is still an issue.
Wait, you're serious?
Oh wait, here's I like Gaston. $76 to 15. Feeling pretty good about this, I would say. I'm gonna heal these now because I want to wait on deploying him until after I see the biggest enemy that he's got. Because with 41, he's pretty likely to destroy anything that he's going to play out. But that's perfect, and I'll tell you why. Because we're going to... So we're going to have her... That will drop all of them down to 1. He's going to be deployed.
A knight should help. Our codex commands it.
So we now have 127 to 6 lead. He's got 1 card. This round is over, people. We have won this one. 130 to 6. Yeah. 130 to 16. The face crush is what we will call that. The face crush. And I get points. I get more gold because I won a battle. Milady, the cottage is abandoned save for the man hanging under the roof. I believe he should be cut down and buried, but our soldiers are hesitant to carry out the task. They claim touching the corpse of a man who's taken his own life can bring bad luck. Come on. I know the morale's low. We gotta improve morale. The council has decided to yield Gatberg without conflict. As we could not repel the enemy, this proved a reasonable and safe decision. I, however, voted against the resolution. I was the only one to do so. I do not agree with it. I do not agree with cowardice and collaboration. I do not agree with treason. I never will. So that guy that we just buried was the only one who resisted. He was the only one who resisted, that guy. See, and this is why I wanted to have him buried, because even though that's going to cost me with their morale, hopefully I can find a shrine or something, that's like, that can't happen. You can use this Avatar border in the Gwent multiplayer card game. I really do not care. Look at all the gold I got too. Wow, 811. Okay, so from that, there we go. Lovely. He was a hero, yep. Although, I wonder if that means that they found the note and they hung him, or whether he took his own life. I don't feel like he would have taken his own life, because it seems like that's an odd thing to do. If he felt like he did the right thing, then he did the right thing, and that's all that needs, that answers the question of what needs to happen. So I don't know whether that's what it was or if whether it was that they actually found him and executed him. He was so well. Right. Alright, let's pick this up over here and see what we got here. My queen, the inhabitants of this dwelling have given shelter to a wounded Nilfgaardian. The landlord said he found him in a field, bleeding and raving deliriously. He decided he couldn't leave the man in such a sorry state, so he invited him into his home. Our soldiers are outraged. They say we must finish off our enemies, not give them new life. And right they are. Remove the Nilfgaardian from his hovel, then remove his head from his body. I hate to do this, but no. First of all, I need to boost my crew's morale. Secondly, like, no. I'll go a long way, but I'm not going to go that far. Okay. Lovely. Getting there. All right, now we need to go up here. Wow. Look at the map. Okay. Man. Look at this. Look at how good this is graphically. Let's take a moment. I mean, like, that's really nice. Look at those effects. I mean, it's consistent with the art style, but still looks beautiful. Like, really nice. Really, really nice. Glad you have blood and wine. Oh, okay. Though humankind has harnessed the power of fire, born of fire, there remains a deep primal fear of it, and rightly so, for when this element spirals out of control, the consequences can prove catastrophic. I refer not to a wildfire, no, but something far, far worse. Okay, place both elementals on the same row, make their power equal. That's what we need to do, and it's a shortened battle. We have a custom deck. Okay, so let's put our thinking caps on, folks. We need to get both these elementals on the same row. Wow, okay. Same row, make their power equal.
Again and again and again.
Okay.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Let's get him back. There goes the fire. Play my blitz unit again.
Ballista, your command.
Whenever this unit takes damage, move into the other row. Okay.
Left, right, left, right.
Okay. Wait a second.
Armor won't serve.
Okay, so if I do one, okay, so we got to get these guys in the same row and at the same power. So if he is hit from here, that means he'll be down to 7. And then or I could do one to this, I think this is right. I forgot that would bring him down there. Darn it. Oh, wait, this may work. Oh, it doesn't quite work. Shoot. Okay, so after 2 turns, spawn fire on the opposite row, then have this unit's power. It means it's going to go down to 5. So close. Actually... Got it. Yes. I thought they had to be on the same row, but that was when they... So he halved the power and it went down to 5. But I thought he had to be on the same row. Not that I'm complaining. Ooh, we got a new... What is this? Added to your army can be found in the command tent. Let's find out what the hell that is. From Mladen Vordo, Court Mage, to His Excellency King Demavend. Your Majesty, our reconnaissance has confirmed eyewitness disturbances in elemental equilibrium near places of power have resulted in the sudden appearance of fire elementals. This may be the handiwork of our enemy, a part of their strategy, and will attempt to restrain the creatures before the situation gets out of control. I await further orders. Okay, I want to check and see. Well, yeah, I want to see that right now, Echo. This is a trinket. Damage a unit by 1. Use this ability 8 times. Okay. I gotta get one of my trinkets. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we're still trying to get to 3,000. So we can't summon a fire elemental, but we can do a firestone, which is pretty damn good. Alright, well, only one way to go.
Look to the high road. The earth furrowed by wheels, hooves. The Blackclads went at Rosberg with all their strength. An ominous sign.
For Nilfgaard, I'd say. The fortress boasts 2 new towers, a deep...
Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to cut her off. I thought she'd keep going. That's a locked chest. We have here a battle. Let's go get this loot first. Alright. Let's do it, people. New routes. Contrary to popular belief, Neckers are fairly intelligent creatures. At least intelligent enough to recognize the strategic importance of abandoned Nilfgaardian camp. These beasts had found a new lair, well protected by a palisade. Only, they gave no thought to closing the gate. Sometimes, monsters don't think things through. Okay, we want that. You suck. That's fine. These guys will actually be more useful for something like this. Okay, let's do it up. So this is a regular battle here.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Okay, Necro this Ogroid. Let's mark him. Let's see. Don't need to move him yet. Ah, an Ogroid. Okay. Let's
Ever
place
have a
him there.
stone knock out one of your teeth?
Okay, they're dead. He's down to 2. Get a chance to try out that fire thing in just a minute. What's up, Takanjia? Alrighty. And let's see. See, what I don't know is whether I have to do... Well, you know what? We're going to try out right now. So it is that. Okay. Now I know how that works. I'm glad I did that, though, because I want to get rid of that dude anyway, so that's cool. Good. Okay. Let's see. Decide I'm not gonna. I don't want to pass yet. Let's do this. Okay, 39-0. Ah, I passed. Outstanding. So will I. Okay, round 1, 39-0 is 1. Now I gotta do it with the rest of these cards. So. And with a few more. There's my boy. I see you've been working, Gascon. Okay, 0 to 3. I like that. Okay, good. So, let's see. I can't mark a unit yet, so I hate to do this early, but at least it will limit them.
Catch!
Top unit from your graveyard. Okay. Let's see. So. Okay, the hope is that I'm marking him first because he's going to take a damage every time. And the hope is that I'm going to mark him such that he gets out of there. Right. This is exactly what I wanted to do.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Yep. Okay. I want to get rid of that dude if I can. Good. That's what I wanted to have happen. The hag is taken down. Okay.
Bigger they are,
and these
easier
guys
they are
move.
to target.
You zap, take you 2 out. And again, every time I love these combos because as you're doing this, it's building up Gascon, and then that's helping everybody else. Like it's all good in the hood. Also at a 27-5 lead. He's got 6 cards though. Okay. Let's have you guys, let's see. That's fine. Okay. Lovely. Let's have you move to build up Gascon even higher. Heal them and boost them by 2. So now we're up to 39-8. We've got 2 cards left. He's got 4 cards left. He's down to 0. Not crazy about that with that hag, though. Fortunately, though, we're going to deal with that situation. Whoops. Oh, wait.
Prepare to fight if you've
See
any
ya.
honor.
I love it. Okay, 5631. Okay, and I have that ability back. So, let's see. Let's destroy these. Get rid of those. I like it. And last but certainly not least,
Quick and painful this'll be.
74 to 25. He's got 2 cards left. Let's see if that's going to be enough. Yes. Got a big enough lead that I could hold on at the end. Nice work. Cool. So I enjoy, even like the regular battles feel sometimes like puzzles, which is kind of fun. I do not have the key for this yet. I'll have to remember where said key exists. I'm going to be closing up shop here in a few minutes because I'm closing in on the end here. Okay. Got the key! Yes, translator from Nilfgaardian, Dwifrin. These charlatans are about to begin the amputation. They say I have a chance to pull through, but as with such things, nothing is for certain. Especially as I awoke this morning to discover gangrene had set in. Hence the reason I write to you now. If you are reading this, it means I did not survive. First and foremost, raise a glass in my honor. Then make for the trebuchets on the other side of camp. Between them you'll find some trinkets from Rosberg. I had planned to return from them myself, but it seems the great sun's grace no longer shines upon me. May you emerge from this war in one piece, Egot. I assume that key is for this. One hopes. And Gascon Plus. Okay. Lovely. Alright. Looks like we'll have a chance to do one more story-based thing here before we wrap up for the evening. So let's do it.
What happened here?
Wow, this was your once mighty fortress, huh? Damn.
Sadly, it was Rayla who met with surprise. 100-yard gap gaped in the unbreachable walls of Rosberg. The fortress itself was aflame, spewing black smoke into the sky.
I don't... How?
Someone got betrayed.
Can't be!
There was no time to consider her question, for Nilfgaardian scouts had spotted Meave's company. The Queen knew battle was inevitable, so she gave the signal to form a defensive line, then drew her blade.
I think so. Echo. I don't know for sure, but I think so. At the Battle of Rosberg. At Rosberg, Meave realized Nilfgaard had not started this war simply to draw more favorable political boundaries nor to shift the continent's balance of power, but to burn the north to the ground and build a new Nilfgaardian-dominated world atop the ashes. Thus the Larians were not fighting for honor nor spoils, but for survival, and to prevent the scouts from calling reinforcements. Story battle, special rules, shortened battle, okay. 1 round only. Alright, Vasily. 1 ping only. Like that. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Really want my boy Ake.
Your Grace, Nilfgaardian fighters remain in the city.
Okay. Let's see. So...
Hey?
And watch this. So much for reinforcements. So much for reinforcements, people.
That was not in the spell books.
That is lovely. How's good times?
Aye.
Scheiß! In! Try!
Bloody Horsons. They'll pay for this.
She's a big. They're a big fan of the Horson thing. All right. Well, how about we set
Watch
that
your
girl on
heads.
fire?
Off to the front yet again.
Okay, let's see. So
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
you and you. All of you are destroyed. Still have a 31-6 lead.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
A lot of these foot soldiers. Okay. Let's see. How about...
We'll catch 'em all!
Let's have you mark. Ooh, look at you.
I refuse to believe it. The king could not have died here.
Hate to tell you this, lady, but... Okay. Let's see. Let's have... There we go. 43-12. Still a good lead. Oh, Sapkowski doesn't recognize it as such? Yeah, that's the whole, like... It'll be interesting to see how the Netflix series ties into that also.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Okay.
Off to the front yet again.
Alright. Let's see. So... Let's have you heal us and hurt them. $63.26. Ah, you passed, did you? Okay, just because I think this is going to be fun, I'm going to have you heal all of them. And last, we're going to have... Okay, end turn. Okay, so... let's see. Got 7 left, right? Nice. 75-15, people. And just for fun.
Watch for Demoven's banners! If he's here, we must find him!
Yeah, I really... They just did a lot of extra stuff, which I think is really neat. Even like the illustrations here, the living
Illyrians met one note of luck in this song of woe.
Hey!
Rosberg had fallen, yes.
Thank you, Kilobyte,
but the
for the
Nilfgaardians,
resub, man.
not expecting reinforcements
Thank you for the
from the
resub
south,
to GOG,
had
and
stationed
welcome, everybody.
only a
Welcome,
small
Kilobyte.
detachment to hold it. Meve led her men to victory and retook the fortress. Or rather, what was left of it.
Oops, sorry.
What they did not demolish during their assault, the Nilfgaardians burnt once inside the city. Countless charred corpses of both defenders and peasants seeking shelter from the invaders lay among the blackened ruins. Some had tried to shield their children from the fire with their own bodies. To no avail.
Gods be damned!
The queen cried, pounding her fist against the wall. Meve was about to give the order to move on when she caught a stifled whimper coming from a pile of rubble. Her soldiers ran to the rescue, their bare hands digging through the fiery bricks.
Here! He's alive!
The man they pulled from the ruins had suffered horrible burns. His face was a stew of seared flesh and pus-filled boils, and he reeked of burnt meat. Seeing Black Rayla, the poor soul staggered to his feet and lifted a shaking hand in salute.
Engineer Lieutenant Xavier Lemons, reporting for duty.
Medic! Send for a medic!
Lemons! What the devil's happened?
I know not. East Tower, I led the defense. Heating oil to tan Nilfgaardian hides. A catapult struck. The cauldron tipped, burst into flames. The rest, I cannot say.
The fortress fell.
Fell? Damned Scoia'tael.
What was that?
Our preparations were perfect. A month, 2 we could have lasted, but traitors were among us. Elves, dwarves. Planted charges on the buttresses. An explosion shook the tower.
I figured it was
a hole
betrayal,
gaped
but
in the wall. Our men threw themselves in, filling the breach.
Vermin, filthy, rotten vermin.
I know you suffer, soldier, but Queen Maeve wishes to meet with your sovereign, Demavend. We must know what's become of him.
Gone, luckily. He oversaw the preparations, then returned to Aldersburg. 3 days past.
Then let us do the same. Reynard, prepare our departure.
Hold your grace. Did anyone survive? Anyone at all?
You did.
The Nilfgaardians might have taken prisoners. There's hope.
How could they? An entire detachment? An entire city? The animals.
Soldier, my medics will tend to you as best they can. Then we can escort you home if...
This is my home, your grace. Rosberg. I beg you, let me join your company. Let me exact revenge.
I respect your fighting spirit, good man. But in your state...
Your grace, I can hold neither shield nor sword, but I can still fight in my own way. I'm an engineer. I build siege towers, an estate, bridges, whatever you wish. I pray, grant me a chance.
Such pain, such ferocity resounded in Xavier's rasping, distorted voice that Maeve could not refuse his plea. Once the medics had bandaged his wounds, Maeve's men set out towards Aldersburg, following Demavend and the Nilfgaardians. At one point in their journey, Black Rayla rode up next to Maeve. The warrior's lips were a thin line, bitten to blood.
Wow.
Milady, the road to Aldersburg leads through Moulderwood, where Eldain Scoia'tael prowl.
This is gonna be
Same
fun.
filth who killed my men and delivered Rosberg to the Black Butchers.
Rayla breathed deeply to steady her furious, shaking voice.
Please, my lady, I ask you upon the holies, let us find them and destroy them.
Maeve gave a slight nod. It seemed the road to Aldersburg would prove long and full of challenges.
Wow. Oh, that gold, though! Alright, we're going to do the gold thing, and then we'll close up shop for tonight. Report, Eldain's commando. Fresh reports indicate elf named Eldain commands powerful force in Moulderwood. Numbers equal or exceed your majesty's company. Extreme caution advised. Eldain's background, assimilated merchant operating in Goulet area, radicalized after family killed in 1246 pogrom. Eyewitnesses state Eldain cannot be trusted. He honors no pact and never keeps his word. Interesting.
Yes?
What say you, Rilla? Tell me more about Eldain.
This Eldain. Could you tell me about him?
One hopes.
He should hang.
I'd hope to hear advice that will be useful to us in battle.
Exactly.
First of all, you can't rightly trust the bastard. He doesn't respect our laws, doesn't share our morals. The king once dispatched an envoy to Eldain, despite my advice to the contrary. Found the envoy the next day, eyes gouged out, shaft of his white flag jammed down his throat.
Charming.
So, diplomacy's clearly not the wisest course. But what of battle? What tactics does he employ?
Like all elves, he's a worm. Avoids open confrontation, sets ambushes, attacks from the shadows, from midst the trees. It would be best to burn this whole forest to the ground, deprive him and his folk of cover, any place to hide.
This is worse than Ashley from Mass Effect.
Sounds rather drastic. Like tossing the babe out with the bath.
Believe me, they'd not hesitate to do the same to us. Not for a moment.
Yep. Believe me, it doesn't matter, because you don't reduce yourself to the level of the others. Seeing Erden in flames, that was hard.
Rayla, how are you holding up?
Not certain I understand what you mean.
All Edern is aflame. Nilfgaard's banners fly over its cities. Don't tell me you're not troubled.
Of course I'm troubled.
Ah.
I stationed at Rosberg for
Only
5
Caden
years.
was
Knew
worse.
all on the crew there by
Echo,
name.
and not by much.
But that's war. That's its nature. No sense bemoaning it.
I see. Just know if ever you wish to talk.
I won't, but I do appreciate your concern, ma'am.
I must go. We'll speak later.
Also, get over your racism. All right, Xavier.
Your Majesty, I've been meaning to thank you for allowing me to join your ranks.
Certainly, Xavier. I welcome all foes of Nilfgaard to march beneath my banner. But what did the field surgeon say? Have you not resumed work too soon?
I've strength enough to wield a hammer, though my scars still burn, and fiercely so. My lady, I've seen folk turn and frown at the very sight of me. If my appearance disgusts you, I can...
Nonsense. The Nilfgaardians, not you, should be ashamed. You've no reason to hide, no reason to cower.
Thank you, my lady. It means a great deal to hear that.
That said, if you could put a bag over your head, that would be great. Tell me something more about
You've
yourself.
long served in King Demoven's army, haven't you?
Yes, Your Grace.
Why enlist at all? What prompted you to do so?
The king needed engineers. I answered the call.
Not terribly talkative, are you?
I can build any bridge, any ballista, but to talk, well, it hurts to talk.
I see. Well, do not worry.
Oh, let's talk more.
I prefer deeds to words, in myself and others. Other matters await my attention. We shall speak later.
As you wish, my lady.
Okay. 4 out of 9 golden chests. Lovely. Okay. So, last thing we're going to do is this workshop. Okay, we've got... Wait, what was the thing? Right. Gain 75 to 150 gold. Same deal here. Now we get 2 recruits after every battle won also. Okay. Yeah, let the Wrath of Nilfgaard. Yeah. Zeal. Choose a charge with order and give it 1 charge. Ooh, really? Wow, that could be useful. Okay. Let's get rid of one of the, Oh man, these slingers are so useful, though. Wait, what? 131. Oh. Okay. Alright. He is pretty good. Okay, Stray Slinger, Slaves Bomber, that, yeah. That's definitely worth it. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of that. Let's get one of the bombers back. Actually, no. Take that back. There we go. Oh, I need another Man! Again, with more of this, I need to do another card thing. Okay, I need to, alright, so I need to drop 6, increase my minimum. So I need to increase my minimum and drop 6. Or I need to stay at my minimum and drop 6. So I need something that costs 6 less than what I currently have. So 9 with a 3? No. Okay, I need one more that's a 3, which I don't have. Okay. I don't love the infiltrator, but in this particular case, it'll make it so that it's a relatively legal thing. So, okay. There we go. 25 to 25. And, or rather, yeah, and 125 out of 125. Good. Okay, folks. That, I think... Even more, okay. Just get this. Let me get this one, because otherwise...
A pity Willem is not with us.
Oh, what? Don't cut off. Man. I didn't realize that was going to happen. I didn't realize I was going to cut her off by accident. Sorry, Meave. My bad. There we go. She got cut off. I don't know what she was going to say. Okay. Anyway. There we go. Good stuff, folks. Wow, we made some serious progress today. We made some, we left Lyria. We got into Aedenin. There's a lot going on, obviously, with Aedenin. So we had a lot of stuff that was happening. But, okay. Continue Aedirn, but not right now. Awesome. That was good, and I hope that everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a good time. It was good. Yeah, it was good to have you, Dizzy. I was glad you were able to stop by and hang out with us. That is going to do it for me for this evening. I'm going to see all of you wonderful people back on this channel in a week when we'll be continuing with Thronebreaker next Tuesday. Again, for those of you who missed this, don't yet know about when D&D with GOG is going to happen in December, because we're trying to find a date that works for everybody. We will do it. It's just we want to make it so that all 4 of us instead of only 3 of us are able to play. So we will definitely get back to you as soon as we know. It may not even be on a Tuesday, but hopefully it will be. Otherwise, I'll be back here with Thronebreaker on Pen and Pixels for episode 154 next week. Again, a reminder that I'm going to be playing today in about 2 hours. I will be over on my channel, and I will be continuing with my voice acting team of the Art Vocalists. We will be continuing the Banner Saga 2, which is going to be awesome. So there's nobody on GOG after me until tomorrow, and you should stick around for Darksaber, by the way, when you should come back for Darksaber tomorrow. But there's no one on after me, so you should definitely stop by for the Banner Saga 2, which will be happening at 9 p.m. Eastern this evening with, again, the power of voiceover talents. That's going to be good times. I'm looking forward to it. Otherwise, on Friday, I have a big announcement coming from PAX Unplugged. I will be at PAX Unplugged in Philly, in Philadelphia, and I will be streaming the Esper Genesis game that I play, the space opera D&D 5e rule-based game, which is sponsored by Alligator Alley Entertainment. I'll be there with Alligator Alley, and I will have my crew of 2 of my players will actually be there live with me, and then 2 of the players will be remotely coming in from the West Coast as usual. And I'll have 2 announcements. One announcement which will be connected directly to my channel, which I think those of you who like role-playing might find of interest, and the other one which will be about a project that I'm doing with Alligator Alley Entertainment, which also involves role-playing to a degree. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good times. But otherwise, if I don't see you there, oh, and then also Saturday is D&D Curse of Strahd on my channel as well. But if I don't see you on my channel tonight or on Friday, I'll definitely see you back here on Tuesday, and tomorrow you should come back at 4 p.m. Eastern for Darksaber 2K as he plays something awesome. That's going to do it for me for this evening. Thanks to everybody. Much love to all the GOG community. Great to see you all, and yeah, good progress made today on Thronebreaker. Happy Thanksgiving for those people people in the States that I didn't say Happy Thanksgiving to before. And we are going to be in December the next time that I speak to you on this channel. So hopefully everyone has a peaceful next week or so, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks, everyone, and I will catch you all soon. Be good to each other. Have a good night.